What's going on, guys? We are here. We are talking about the Pittsburgh Knights Winter Bash and what has happened so far. I couldn't really make a video before because we couldn't tell you what the teams were and all of that stuff, but we'll make one now. We are from day one. I should probably move this a little closer. Day one to day two now, the transitional period. I will be playing later today, a little bit of spoilers, to compete for $10,000. But the way this has all worked out, we have some gameplay here of my team versus Jorby's team in the lower bracket from yesterday, the one that we won. But the way this all worked out was there's 8 casters, and they got to pick between a group of 8 content creators and 8 pros to choose their 3v3 team. As you can see, we have Ayyjayy and Rocket Sledge on my team, and then like every other team has some different people. The way it worked was the casters, they sent in their rankings for the teams, or for the players, I should say. The 8 casters, they ranked themselves versus one another, except like you didn't really have to rank yourself, just rank all the other casters. And that is how you chose your draft order. So the worst player, Supersonic, he got to choose what draft pick he got. And so he picked the number 3 draft pick, which then would be alternating. So the 13th or 14th pick, I should say, would be the following round. Basically, the way the casters ranked, it was Turtle as number 1, then Corelli as number 2, then myself as number 3, Lawler as number 4, Johnny Boy 5, Leaf 6, Jorby 7, and Supersonic 8. So that's how they got to pick their picks. I was very upset during the draft because for the draft order pick, because I wanted an early pick because I wanted to pick a content creator right away. Because when we look at it, the creators are going to have their skills are going to be vastly different compared to the pros. Like, when you're a pro, yeah, sure, there are certain pros that are better. Like, I got Ayyjayy, and I think he was the best pro that we had throughout this draft, so I was very happy about that. But at the end of the day, the pros are pros. They're all really good at Rocket League, so it's not going to matter all that much. But the content creators, I think there's a vast skill difference. Like Forky, he was in as a content creator when he is basically a pro. He was playing in RLCS, so that is why Johnny Boy, who got the 4th pick, still got to pick number 1. Like, no one picked number 1 before that. That is Supersonic at number 3. Then we had Jorby pick number 4, Leaf picked number 5, and I was like, please, just save me 1 or 2 pick. But no, then Johnny Boy picks number 1. Very smart. Lawler picked number 2. So I got number 6 was my pick. So I got Rocket Sledge on my team. That was my first pick. Basically, at first, it didn't look like everyone was going to pick content creators. But I think they slowly figured out, it's like, oh, wait, I am supposed to pick content creators first. I was hoping some of them would pick some pros early so we can get maybe higher up on the content creator list. But I don't want to disparage Rocket Sledge. He's been playing fantastic throughout our lower bracket run, or throughout our run so far. So I got Rocket Sledge, and then I got a pick later. I got Ayyjayy. Basically, the other pros that are in this, if I will run them off here real quick. Sosa went first for Turtle. Lion Blaze to Corelli. Then Ayyjayy to me. Rapid, Shock, Calm, Karma, and Andy. So those were the pro pickups. I honestly think I got the best pro out of the lot, and Ayyjayy has been looking really good for our team. Now, our whole strategy is we have Rocket Sledge. He likes to demo a lot. So I didn't know his rank when we went through this draft. I was trying to find him on the list, but he's only like chip 2-ish is what he says. Like, he doesn't play as much, does not have time. He's a family man as well. He's 38, so completely understandable. And then, like myself, like, I'm not that great either. Like, basically barely grand champ, and that is maybe being kind. In 2s, at least I'm grand champ. 3s, not really. And then, obviously, we have Ayyjayy. So the whole point of our plan is to be physical, to go after the pros on the other teams, and to just give Ayyjayy the ball. There's plenty of times that you might see throughout this video of where, like, I could take the next hit, but I know that, like, no one else is around, so I'll just leave the ball for Ayyjayy. I think this happens actually right here with 3 seconds left in this game, where the ball is clearly mine, but I see no one else is around, so I just leave it because I want Ayyjayy to go for the hit. So I'll go for more demos and all of that. Just that type of play where I'm like, all right, I'll look for Shock. I'll try and annoy him a little bit. That's how the first goal scored. So right here, like, I could have hit that ball, but, like, there's no point. leave it for Ayyjayy. He's going to score everything. So that is what our whole game plan is. But looking at the bracket, we played Leaf in the first round, and we lost in Game 5. It was a very close set where we could have definitely won, but that's okay because our lower bracket, I think, we'll see how it goes. I think we got the easier side of the lower bracket, but there have been some upsets so far. So obviously, Leaf beating me was an upset in terms of caster skill, but obviously, like, Leafs team, very, very talented. A lot of these teams are very talented. Turtle versus Supersonic. I didn't think it would be this close, but Turtle wins in Game 5. Then Supersonic, he took out Lawler later on, so that was a big upset. Because I thought Lawler's team, Johnny Boy's team, and Corelli's team were the top 3 teams in this tournament. But it hasn't worked out that way. Lawler's team going home early because he got number 2 pick with Sodus as a content creator, and he got Karma as well. So I thought they would do pretty well. But Lawler's team is out. So Supersonic's team, who I thought would be out in last place, they are still alive. They're waiting on the loser of Leaf and Corelli. Then Team Corelli just destroyed Team Jorby, which is not a huge surprise. I thought probably Jorby's team was the weakest of the group. So Corelli moves on, and I think Corelli's team might be the best team we have here because Corelli is really good at Rocket League. If you didn't know, like him and Turtle are basically right there 1 and 2. So Corelli is really, really good. So have to watch out for him. I'll show the bracket now while Game 2 begins because we lost Game 2 and Jorby dunked on me at some point. So we're going to look at this bracket here real quick. Oh, sorry for my bookmarks. Let's get rid of this bookmark bar so it looks nicer. There we go. So we can see here the draft pick order. So as you can see, Johnny Boy got Forky early on. Then he got Andy as his last pick. But again, like all these pros are good, so it doesn't really matter. Jorby with Waiton, and then he got Shock later on. But you can see mine. I got Rocket Sledge. A lot of people were saying, or at least Lawler was saying, that Phantom Ace much better than Rocket Sledge, but that's okay. Because me and Rocket Sledge, we're both family men. We understand each other. It's worked out. We're trying to make some space for Ayyjayy, and it's been working out. Rocket Sledge is doing his job so far. So then I got Ayyjayy, and here's all the pros on that side. Turtle got Widow as the last content creator, and then Sosa as his pro. But let's go look at the bracket. So we lost to Leaf. But honestly, like I thought with Team Lawler, like I thought Team Lawler was going to be a lot better. So what my whole strategy, now not really, but we're going to say that say we beat Team Leaf, I didn't want to play Team Lawler later on, which would have happened. But the Team Lawler kind of didn't do too good. Because we're not beating Team Corelli. I think Team Corelli's team is too stacked. So I really didn't think that there was a shot there. So we lose first round. Now on the other side, I don't think Team Turtle is that strong. I think they are beatable. Team Johnny Boy, I think, is a pretty solid team. He's basically got 2 pros on his team, so Johnny Boy just has to not mess up, and they'll be fine. I think Team Johnny Boy moves on here. He's got, who was it, Andy and Forky. So I think Team Johnny Boy probably moves on here. But Team Turtle, I think there's a chance. Like now, Turtle and Sosa, a good combo. Now, Widow is a little bit weaker. I think we can take advantage of that. We'll see how this all works out. But if I can annoy Turtle or Sosa enough and then let Ayyjayy do his thing and let Rocket Sledge play some defense, I think it's possible that we can beat them. So we will play the loser of these guys around 7:40 tonight Eastern time. So definitely come check that out on the Pittsburgh Knights Twitch. I will give you the link to their Twitch in the description below. I can't remember it off the top of my head. So we got Johnny Boy beating Lawler 3-1, and Lawler actually, they blew one game where they were up 3 goals with 1 minute left, and then they lost another one at 0 seconds. So Lawler could have definitely beat Johnny Boy, but then they kind of fell apart here in the bottom side of the bracket. Team Leaf, very quality win. I was very surprised. They took us out 3-2, and then Team Corelli over Jorby, and then Supersonic, though, the big surprise of the tournament so far, still alive, which also means that very likely Team Leaf versus Team Supersonic will play one another. One of them will finish top 4, which was definitely not expected to begin this tournament. So good for them, both of them playing really well. But we'll see how this all plays out. But that is what we got going on here. So if you want to root us on, you can watch. Yeah, we're going to just skip ahead here. You know, we'll go to a game that we actually win. You know, why not? Let's just skip a little. Let's go to game 4 here. So we'll win this game 5. I just want to show you my one fancy goal that I had, which will come up. Yeah, a little bit later here. Right here. I think will work. So yeah, so come watch us tonight. It'll be going on all night, basically. We're starting at like 5:40, I believe, and then there's a lot of this bracket to be played out. So it's all finishing tonight. One of the cool things is the grand finals is what they're doing is something that I think me and Johnny really push for. Is you do best of 7 for the first match. If it's a bracket reset, we go to a best of 3, and I think this works because so people don't have to play all night. But then it means the best of 3 portion is going to be so incredibly hype if it does happen. So let me know if you guys think that could be cool. But we kind of pushed them towards that. It's like, hey, why not? No one's done it before. And we're trying to play a fun tournament anyway. So it's like, why not? Just do that. And I think the best of 3 could be really, really hype if it does happen. So that is it. I actually am surprised that I've looked kind of decent. So it's funny, like I've been grinding out 3s a little bit to get kind of some practice for this. So last season, I got place champ 2 in 3s. It was a very low place, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to play 3s at all. Here we go. I scored something. I did something good. Here it is. Look at my Esper. It's so beautiful. Look at this. Right as Ayyjayy dunks him. I knew it was coming. Look at this little backflip redirect. Oh, I did something. I'm so good. But I've been grinding 3s, so I got placed again, champ 2-ish. And, man, it is rough. It is very, very hard to get out of the champ 2 area. So I'm not that good on the offensive side, so it's very difficult for me to make an offensive opportunity happen. Now, in 2s, my offense is fine because you just make people make mistakes and you can score. So I was like grand champ 2 for that. But in 3s, it's been a struggle, man. And I was like, oh, no. This could be bad because I have not been having good games at all. But I think once you get the pro on your team and you kind of figure out, just give everyone space. I've been playing pretty well. Like, I've been pretty happy with my performance so far. Like, a lot of people are like, well, so this team might be a little bit weaker, but I've been stepping up my game. I've been stepping it up. So it's Ayyjayy and me doing a lot of the offensive work, and then Rocket Sledge, he's playing that support, playing it well. So we're doing well. I think we have a chance to make a little bit of a lower bracket run because the way I see it is if we take down Team Turtle, we get Leaf or Supersonic, and I think we can beat both of those teams. I know we lost to Leaf already, but it's a very close match. I think we can definitely take them down. I think we can make a run to top 3 here. Then after that, it might be a little bit tougher with Johnny Boy and Team Corelli, whoever does wind up losing in that upper final. But I think there's a chance that we can at least get top 3. So definitely come check out the run. It'll be on the Pittsburgh Knights Twitch. I might be streaming it as well. I'm not sure just yet. We'll see how everything plays out throughout today. But definitely come check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is definitely a more laid-back tournament. We're having fun. Make sure you spam some ribs in Twitch chat to support me. And that's it. We'll see you on the field. Thanks for watching. And hopefully I'm bloody rich after today. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.